Alright, so real fast, the trigger for this quest is actually not what I assumed it was. I assumed that I was going to have to finish a different quest which takes place here and then come back, but apparently what I've actually got to do is break in. So, can I like just do that while you're not looking? Can you just like walk around to the other side of the room first before I try and pick the lock and break in? Or you can just appreciate the statue lack of clothes. Alright, I still feel like I should wait until you walk away before I try to do this because, like, even though the eye is closed, picking a lock when someone's standing right there feels weird. Especially when your head is turned towards me. Alright, finally, you took your time. So, this is an expert lock. Should I just go and guzzle my potion of lockpicking just in case? I think I'll do that. Lockpicking is made 20% easier. That should make the sweet spot on the lock just a little bit bigger. And, alright, first try. Should get a lockpicking level out of that. We can break our way in. And, let's see. See, here we have another statue, and we can, make our way into the, interior of the temple. Let's see. Dwarven lantern. That looks kind of cool. Who's talking? Alright, so there's just some people standing around here.
Stay where you are. The mother will deal with you.
Alright, I don't like the sound of that. Who are we? I'll kill you. Well, that's going from 0 to 60 really fast, but who are we dealing with?
Here she is.
I don't know. Oh, there you are.
What do you think you're doing?
I think I'm breaking in. I was curious about the temple. That's the, diplomatic way of putting it.
Don't allow the uninitiated into the inner sanctum. You have committed a breach and must pay the penalty.
Well, I think there's a simple solution to not allowing someone who's uninitiated into the inner sanctum.
Normally, a period of servitude. Luckily for you, there are more pressing matters. We could make an example of you, but perhaps you could be put to better use. The ceremony you so rudely interrupted was the exalted protocol of the Dibellan Sibyl. I don't expect you to know what that means. Suffice to say that our Sibyl was recently lost to us. Through the protocol, we have seen the home of the next Sibyl, to the north in a small village pressed against the stone. If you can travel there and retrieve our young Sibyl, your transgression will be forgiven.
Alright, so, we are going to go and run an errand. Alright, or I can just steal the statue. I don't know really why we're so intent on that, but, certainly we'll do a little quest for you.
Now move quickly. The girl must be brought to the temple as soon as possible.
So that's going to begin the Heart of Dibella quest, and anything else in it for me?
Until next time.
I hate that there's always a dialogue option for that, like when you pick up a quest and do something for one. I guess it plays into the roleplay, like if you want to roleplay as, you know, a terrible person. Anyway, oh, I can steal the statue of Dibella just like right here. That's fine. We're gonna pretend that's not something that we're gonna do. There's also some soul gems just lying around, and let's see, anything else? It's like food on the table, I think. Anyway, so I guess because I'm here and because I don't really have anything else that I want to do immediately, I will get started on this quest right now. I just kind of decided on the spot that I would go and take care of these temple quests. By the way, are you going to say anything to me after, you know, all that? No? I guess you never noticed that I broke in. That's fine. You'll find out eventually. So, let's go back outside. And Karthwayston. That is close to Karth Spire, isn't it? And... Alright, yeah, that's just like down the road from Karth Spire. Let me go and fast travel there. And I should be able to just go, again, down the road and I think follow the fork in the river a little ways. And I'll get to that. Who is this? Oh, great. The Forstorm. You respawned already? Alright. We're gonna go and do Fire Bolt. We're gonna go and just knock you guys off. I can't believe that I didn't actually hit Lydia there. Let's see. Anyone else? We've got you. And we're gonna go and take you out real fast. Alright, goodbye. What I wanted to do is I wanted to turn in that direction, apparently, over that mountain. Let me get a closer look at where I'm going. Oh, no! I saw this marker for Skyhaven Temple, and I thought it was the quest marker. No. Alright, firstly, let me uncheck that. let me check the Heart of Dibella quest. And secondly, Karth Wasted is... Alright, it is actually sort of in the direction that I had in mind, but it's a little farther along. So I think what I'm going to do is... let me jump in the river here. I feel like there's a Nern route or two. Oh, you're over there. Alright. I don't feel like getting into another firefight. I think there's a couple of Nern root that like to spawn down there that I could harvest potion ingredients, but that's going to be a not now thing. And we can go... It's a giant mud crab. Mud crabs are another sort of low-level enemy that like to spawn around rivers and ponds and stuff in this game. I don't think I've actually run into any yet. They are exactly what they sound like. Crab meat, mud crab cut, and that's a decent potion ingredient that we haven't seen yet. They're exactly what they sound like. I guess I'll just let this guy attack me and we can see what that looks like. But yeah, I don't really feel like getting murdered by a mud crab after all that. So I'm just going to set you on fire, take your chitin, and if I follow the river down here, we should be back to the main road. There's a Nern root. Saw that little glowing effect. There's also some hanging moss, which I can harvest for potion ingredients. Let's see. I should be able to cross the river here and just get to the other side, right? Could just, it's not even ankle deep. Blind Cliff Cave. Interesting. I don't know if I'm going to explore all of the dungeons which don't have a quest associated with them. I might, possibly, if I just pass by something and I'm bored and I feel like exploring it. But I don't really think I'm going to go out of my way for it. I know I did the one in Alfton, that I explored that one, like side tower area that wasn't really necessary, but I just felt like going in it because I'd never gone in there before and I felt like seeing what was to be found. You never know. It's generally not a bad idea to just do that. Alright, so the city's sort of up on the hill there, so I'm gonna have to climb a mountain. Or, like, run up the switchbacks anyway. Even in dungeons in this game that don't have a quest associated with them, you can often find interesting things like, well, lore, backstory for one, which the Bethesda games are fairly well known for, or like useful skill books or that sort of thing. What are you doing?
Important deliveries to make. No time for chatting.
So that is a random encounter which is not going to involve someone attacking me, which is a little bit rare. I guess you're on your way to deliver something. How's the expression go? Neither like rain nor sleet nor snow nor hail prevent the USPS from delivering their letters or whatever. Let's see, Karthwasten. There's a bit of a gathering going on up here.
Watch your tongue, native. We'll leave, but there's no Forsworn here.
Oh, and when would that be, I wonder? When I sell my land to the Silverbloods?
The Silverbloods have made you a very generous offer for this pile of dirt. I suggest you take it.
So here we have once again the Silverbloods coming up, and they seem to be a fairly important family, which nobody really seems to like. Let's see if we can find out more about what this is about.
If the Forsworn aren't attacking my town, the Nords are trying to force me off it.
Yeah, that kind of sucks, doesn't it?
Robbery is what it is. The Silverbloods are trying to muscle in on my land. Forsworn attack the mines, and suddenly all these sellswords show up to help. They won't let anyone work until I sell it off. You can try, but I'd keep your sword arm ready if things get ugly.
Is that just like a miscellaneous thing that I can do now? Convince him to leave the mine, or I'm sure I can just set him on fire until he stops being a problem. Anyway, the quest that we came here for.
I want to talk to Enmund about that.
Alright, we'll do that.
Oh,
But firstly, can I just, like, tell you to shove off? Like, is this the sort of thing that I can just ask nicely for? You're a Stormcloak soldier. Did they go into the mine? They might have gone into the mine. Alright. Alright, yeah, I didn't see them anywhere else around town, so I assume they've gone in here. So let's go into the mine, and we can just go and ask nicely for these knuckleheads to leave. Was it you? Were you one of the...
We're in control of this mine. No sudden moves.
Alright, well, if I set you on fire, will that count as a sudden move?
We're in control of this mine.
Alright, you have the same voice line. Who was the guy who was in charge? Atar or whatever his name was. I guess I could always just turn the quest marker on, but... Oh my god, it's dark in here. I guess I could always turn the quest marker on, but where's the fun in that? Sometimes you
We're in control of this mine.
Alright, if you had more than one thing to say, that would be great. Sometimes it's fun to, like, do things without having the floating markers everywhere. You look important.
The mine is closed. Get lost.
Alright, here's a thought. How about I didn't?
Helping out Ina Thatch, huh? Give me a reason not to plunge a dagger in your chest.
Because metal is a very good conductor of heat, and I have fairly high-level fire spells, that's why.
Let's see them make us.
Alright, that didn't work. Can I bribe you?
That I will, stranger. This is more than the Silverbloods are paying us. We'll clear out.
Alright, so that's one option. Are you just gonna... You gonna stay there, or are you gonna actually clear out? I mean, I'm sure I could set you on fire, now that I've passed that bribery check. Alright, whatever. I don't feel like waiting around to stand there. I'm not that into the, like, roleplay element of Skyrim as much as one might get into, like, the Fallout games, but it is kind of fun just to see if you can, Where did you come from? So, this bug isn't as common as it was in, like, the early days of Skyrim before it had a couple of, like, bug fixes come through, but, you will still occasionally see just things falling out of the sky, and that's sort of a Skyrim tradition to watch just a mammoth fall from orbit. I don't know if that's what happened to that hag raven there. I suspect it is, but anyway, I'm going to go and talk to the owner of this place, and we can tell him that the mercenaries agreed to,
You're not
like, oh, come on.
This is the last time.
Alright, well, fine. Well, game. The door wasn't, like, locked. Now it was. Well, it let me in without unlocking it anyway. Anyway, yeah, that's what happens when you trespass. Alright, well, after just, like, waiting around outside
We don't need to be talking.
and, like, screwing around for a while, you finally came out of your house. I don't know what is up with your schedule, but if I advance the dialogue...
Are you trying to taunt us?
Wait, what?
Our daughter, Theotra, was taken from here. The Forsworn descended and they didn't touch anything else, just our little girl.
That's definitely a little weird.
It was the Forsworn from Broken Tower. Never been much trouble before. What's it to you? She... Really? Well, that's... I wouldn't have dreamed. Of course we need her in Markarth then. I'll come with you.
Alright.
Thank you, friend.
Well, I guess I have the option to tell you to stay behind, but things are always more fun with friends, so we're gonna go and, do this in a party of 3, apparently. So where exactly am I going? I am going to... Alright, just over the hill over here. This is gonna be Broken Tower Redoubt, which is, not too far away. So let's go and turn and run in that direction. And we can, I guess clear out the bandit camp, and I'm sure... After that, oh, we can actually see these guys leaving now? That's neat. Where are you going off to? I wonder where they would go. Like, I know I've said before that you can generally follow an NPC and they will walk to wherever their destination is without, like fading out and fading back in. Maybe not 100% of the time, but often. And I wonder if I had enough time that I could just spend, like, an hour doing that, like, where they would go. I'm not going to. I'll check the UESP when I'm editing this video and see if I can find an answer to that. But,
Hey.
to get to the Broken Tower, can I actually see it over the hill? Not quite yet. Alright, there's a bridge here. And, I do wish I had stamina. Maybe I should start upgrading my stamina, not so that I could, like, spam power attacks with melee weapons or anything, but just so that I could run for longer. I think when I get to 300 Matchka, I'll start investing points in something else. I'm almost there. I've got 300 Matchka now, although it looks like some of that is because of a boosted stat. Maybe at the next level I'll start, investing level ups into something else. So, over in this direction, we're gonna reach the Broken Tower Redoubt, and I see, there's a Forsworn over there, and, do you see me? It looks like you see me. I was gonna start doing the stealth archer thing, but I think my cover has already been blown. I don't know if you see me. Oh, now you see me. I was gonna say, I don't know if you see me or if you see the people behind me. That missed. Let's, just make quick work of you. Setting things on fire. I see more dots up there, and, let's avoid getting shot by arrows, shall we? Sounds like it would hurt. Can I climb? Are there stairs? Can I just sort of Skyrim my way up the cliffs over here? It looks like I can. Let's see, there's a tent over here with nothing in it for me to loot. But over here... Oh. Alright, so apparently, What's-His-Face found a shortcut. Can you stop? I don't know if this guy is, like... Enmon. I don't know if this guy can die. I don't know if he's marked as required for this quest or not. But I don't really want to find out. I would rather keep him alive if possible. Where did Lydia go? Lydia, are you stuck? Lydia didn't die, did she? Lydia is one of the semi-protected NPCs who will like only die if you kill her. I think I've mentioned that before. But she can occasionally just get like stuck on things, as can most NPCs. I heard someone talking to me, and the dialogue tag is a Forsworn, and I don't see where they are. Are they like up there? Whatever. I think that Forsworn NPC also had Lydia's voice actress too, which is a little funny. Alright, well, she respawned when I went through the door. Let's see. Enmon apparently is not with us. I don't know exactly why. So if I were to go and take out my Dwarven Bow and do my one Stealth Archer attempt of the video, we can make fairly... I wanted both hands there. Make fairly quick work of you. That did about half your health. Goodbye. And I saw another one up here. Yeah, so at this point, I'm able to do enough damage to the... Oh, there he is. Did he, like, spawn at a different door? That does happen sometimes in this game, is where the, like, spawn points for your followers... Ooh, there's a lot of alcohol in here. Gonna take some of that if you don't mind. It's all the same to you. Sometimes the spawn points for NPCs when you enter doors are, like, not where, like, your spawn point is when you go through a door, and it's very weird. Bellathor's shop in Whiterun has an issue like that, where Lydia will spawn at the back door when you walk in. Let's see. Anything? There's a loot there. Alright, the Forsworn don't strike me as particularly musical people, but I guess to each their own. There's a locked door here. And I don't imagine there's going to be anything super important on the other side, but maybe a treasure or something like that, if I can pick this one. Alright, it's almost all the way to the right. Very nice. Nope, we've got an awful... Oh, there is treasure. With not much in it. But there is, once again, an awful lot of alcohol in here. And I'm not, if I was into, like, spamming power attacks with melee weapons, that would be a little more important. But I think for right now, the only real, use for that for me is going to be if I, want to be able to run a long way. You don't have any treasure. If I want to be able to run a long way, without my stamina running out. Let's see, over in this direction. More alcohol. Alright, that one's empty. Oh, and there's nothing... I thought I saw a door here, but it might have been just a trick of the light. Alright. In that case, I guess onward is going to be this way. And... I really don't know why. Oh, no! I heard it! I heard the pressure plate go off. But by that time, it was already too late, because that thing moves fast. Let me get back to where I was. Alright, yeah, let's try not to do that this time. Let's walk around the pressure plate this time, and if my follower could not trigger it, that would be great. Oh dear. Wow. This time around, Enmon did die. Okay. I could... Good job. I could reload a save. I could resurrect him with console commands, but I don't really want to. I do want to just kind of, like, roll with whatever happened. Like, death-wise or with random events like that. But, let's see. Gonna go and set you on fire. I think you were, I assume the one who killed him, which was very rude. Let's see. Anything else here? Why is everybody in this camp an alcoholic? Alright, that is, like, a lot of alcohol in here. There's a book called The Mirror, which is going to be a skill book. Block increased to 17. There's a strong box which doesn't have anything in it. Alright, I'm more interested in the lockpicking experience than whatever's inside this, but we can pick that one anyway. Oh, amethyst, not bad. There's actually some decent loot in there. And I think that's going to be it for here. Alright. If I go up that way, that's going to lead us back to Skyrim. This is, again, I assume the door where Enron spawned when he went inside is going to be that one. Oh, that might be because this just let us, like... Oh, there's that other NPC, that other Forsworn who was... Sorry, Lydia. There's that other Forsworn who was yelling at me from earlier. Alright. You don't have any useful loot, you don't have any useful loot. And was there anything else up here? Doesn't look like it. If you want to use a grindstone to improve any weapons or armor, or if you want to take some weapons or armor to improve with the grindstone, you can do that. I don't really feel like doing that now. There's another aggressive red dot from somewhere up there. So there's got to be like an upstairs to this, right? Where did I came from? I came from Alright, so I think I came from, like, over there, and, this way is... Alright, this doesn't look familiar, so I guess I haven't been to this part of the tower yet. Can I have, like, a permanent candlelight? That would be a nice thing to have. Alright, so there's just food in there. Here's another door. Is this gonna lead us back outside to Skyrim? I think... Yeah. This is probably not going to be, any more important, I think. This is just going to be, like, back out here. Okay. I guess there's, multiple entrances to this place. Let's make our way off. Let's continue. See, the lack of, like, interesting things make me feel like I've actually been here yet, and I've just already forgotten. Goat cheese wheel, Ardar cheese. We're gonna steal some of that cheese. Cheese, as I think I've said, is the only, like... Ow. The only food item, which I think is really useful. You set a trap. I don't know if I set off a tripwire, or if that was an NPC who like, did that to me. Who, like, set off the trap themselves. But, no you don't. Alright, you're healing. Now you're not healing. Alright, there's a couple more Forsworn over here. Forsworn Foragers, let's see. Forsworn Foragers are slightly stronger versions of what we've been fighting so far. Garnet, Pheasant Breast, that's gonna be a cooked healing item, which is gonna be slightly better. Lydia is not taking all that much damage from these flames here, which is impressive. You can go away, and it looked like you had a conjuration, an Atronach of some sort. Because I saw a fizzle. Ice Wrath Teeth, that is another alchemy ingredient. Anything else in here? Venison. You would think that something of this size would heal more health when you ate it, but it doesn't really. Tomato soup. Alright, you don't see cooked soups very often in this game. In fact, what does that do? I think the vegetable soup has some interesting healing over time effects, but tomato soup is apparently just 10 points of health and 10 points of stamina, which isn't very much. It's a pretty low-level poison equivalent. But, let's see. Okay, so this is apparently the end of this interior section, so we can go back outside to Skyrim, and this is where the quest mark is pointing. And there's another Forsworn out here. I have my fire spell equipped. We can just take you out real fast. No shooting me, if you please. I think Lydia finished you up before I was able to. There's another Magicka potion, and inside here, inside Broken Tower Redoubt, what is gonna happen? I see a rune on the ground, so don't step on that if you don't want it to explode. We're gonna fight the Forsworn Briarheart. I can shoot a fireball at it, and that's gonna set it off early, which is alright, so you got a ward up? Wow. Alright, maybe I should be a little more careful with that. I've got 32 Nord mead. Let's just go and eat some of my food. And should I melee weapon here? Alright. Ow. I got killed. Okay. So, my other plan for this, or at least before I got killed, was going to be to Fusroda. And we're just gonna set that off. And... Oh, that wasn't Fusroda. That was Dragonrend. Let's go and switch back to Fusroda. That's going to be Unrelenting Force down at the bottom here. I was hoping to be able to stagger you a little bit. There is... Wow. Alright, that guy's fire spells are stronger than mine. There's a couple more things I could do to upgrade my fire spells. The obvious answer is like potions of enhancement or equipping items with strong enchantments on them or something like that.
Huh?
But there's also a couple of interesting perks. Alright, we're going to go and knock you over like that, and that's going to make you take a couple seconds to get back up. And hopefully before you actually manage to do that, I'll be able to do enough damage that you won't be able to get off any strong hits on me. And there we go. Alright, Forsworn Briarheart is going to have a go around. Watch what I'm doing. Well, sorry, it just happens sometimes. It's a good thing that this gate was there preventing you from getting in the way. Otherwise, you might have found yourself on the collateral damage side of that. But before I unlock the door, Dwarven Dagger, guess I'll steal that. Forsworn Briar Heart, which is an item. Key, can I pick the lock? I want to pick the lock. Alright, that's an expert lock. I wanna do this because I want the lock picking experience. There? There. Alright, so Fiortra.
Please don't hurt me. Then it's true what they said. I'm touched by the gods. I've heard stories about the wonders of the great temple in Markarth, but I never dreamed that I would even get to see it. I am honored to be called for this duty. Please, lead on.
You are much more excited about this sort of thing than I would have been when I was your age. Alright, so I already looted your body. There's a Shrine of Dibella. I don't know exactly what this is doing here, but we can take that, I guess. What does that blessing actually do? That's not one of the ones that I know off the top of my head. This one. Alright, plus 10 speechcraft. Not a bad thing to have, I guess. There's like a stone flower sitting there, which I can't interact with. Alright, is there anything else in here? Let me just set off this rune just to make sure that nobody gets hit by it. Like that. Because that would be a shame. Aversions to Frost. Alto Wine, because once again everybody in this dungeon is an alcoholic. Ancestors of the Dunmer. We saw one of those lying around in Understone Keep. More cheese. More food. Alright. The firmament. I'm looking around because... Silver emerald necklace. Oh, here it is. Yeah, there's usually one of these. And here we go. Alright. Everybody, brace yourselves. It's not going to happen until I exit this menu. Alright, so I'll finish looting the chest. Conjure Flame Atronach. I've already got that one, but I can sell it to a vendor for some money.
A new hand touches the beacon. Listen, hear me and obey. A foul darkness has seeped into my temple. A darkness that you will destroy. Return my beacon to Mount Kilcreath. And I will make you the instrument of my cleansing light.
Alright, so that is going to start the Break of Dawn, which is one of the more infamous / memeable Daedric side quests. Meridia's Beacon, or Meridia's Bacon, depending on how hungry you are, is a quest item which will randomly spawn in a chest when you loot like a dungeon chest like this. Starting at, I think, like level 15-ish. And when you pick it up, that little sequence will play, and it will initiate the Break of Dawn, which is again, a Daedric side quest. I've always wondered, though, like, am I the only one able to hear that voice, or did these two also hear that, like, giant, loud, echoing broadcast coming from nowhere? Anyway, so, if you were able to hear that, Fiortra, I hope you weren't weirded out too much. It's just one of the occupational hazards of living in the universe of the Elder Scrolls. We're not going to deal with that right now. What I am going to do is, I think I should be able to, now that I've got you in tow, just fast travel back to Markarth. And not have to go through all of the running around that we did on the way to get here. And let's see, it looks very nice at sunset. It is 6 p.m. right now. Let's go. I think coming this way will probably be the fastest way to get up there. Yeah, I'll do the Dawn Guard quests eventually, but first, we can go into the Temple of Dibella, and let's see, you're gonna spawn in next to me. That's good. Will you say anything to me now that I've like done that? No, you won't. All right.
Dibella's blessing to you.
Thanks, I guess. In any case, we can go down and talk to the ritual mother or whatever your name was. I think that was gonna be down over here. And where are you? Is that a soul gem in that bowl? Can I just like steal that? Is anyone looking? Greater soul gem is a pretty good item, but I won't do that. Don't want to make enemies of these people who I just finally started to help.
Quick.
All right, I did your thing.
You found her. I can't believe it. Let the girl come with me and we can begin her preparation.
This sounds so
I
wrong.
will send word to her family that she is in good hands. You've truly earned the blessing of Dibella, child. Prostrate yourself before her altar, and she will bestow her gift.
There isn't like a special animation for that, is there? Let me go and turn the lights back on. Like, if I were to go into third person and do and interact with the shrine, would anything happen? I don't think there is. Anyway, let's see what's gonna happen here. Is there gonna be some sort of conversation that happens after this? Okay, so nothing else happened down, but what are you doing? Not gonna ask. Nothing else happened down below, but Fjortra did just start walking down, up towards the main part of the temple on her own, so I guess this is where the continuation of this quest is gonna happen. Are you washing your face, or are you, like, drinking from the, like, the sewer water in that thing? Anyway, wait a minute. Oh, I have to put my crosshair on, like, the base there? That's weird. Oh, she did say prostrate yourself in front of the altar, not in front of the shrine. Okay, I misunderstood. Well, Agent of Dibella has been added, and that's going to complete our temple quest. That was longer than I thought it was going to be, but what exactly is that blessing going to be? Because it didn't really, like, describe it. Agent of Dibella, you do more combat damage to the opposite sex. Alright. I guess that makes sense. We have finished off our temple quest here, and I think that is going to end it off for this video. So, let's see, where should I do the end screen? I guess I'll do the end screen downstairs. So a little more to look at. My name is Dragonite. This has been the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Next time, I guess I might do some more temple quests since I've already started doing these. Anyway, you should all go check out Wizarducks in the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.